technology creates its greatest value when it improves lives. And our next panel discussion, Technology with Purpose, brings together leaders from diverse functions to discuss how digital innovation is driving CSR initiatives, sustainability, community engagement, and responsible business practice. May I now invite our esteemed panelists on the stage. At first, I would like to welcome Mr. Prabhakant Jain, General Manager, Sustainability and CSR. Up next, we have Ms. Meena Sharma, Associate Vice President, Product and Technology Development. Now it's time to welcome Mr. Anup Agarwal, Associate Vice President, Finance and Accounts. Now let's invite Mr. Abhishek Chaudhary, Senior General Manager, Marketing. And to moderate this discussion, we'll be having Ms. Bhavna Khanna, Associate Vice President, Internal Audit. Please welcome our panelist and our moderator with a huge round of applause.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to this session. As the name suggests, we are going to discuss about the technology helps in creating meaningful social connection with the society and social impact. Today, technology is transforming the way organizations engage with the society, consumers, communities, stakeholders, while creating sustainable business value. In today's digital world, technology is no longer an enabler of business operation, but it has become a bridge between the business and the society organization. From AI-powered customer interactions and digital CSR initiatives to product transparency, responsible marketing, financial inclusion, technology is reshaping how businesses create meaningful social impact. Today, we will explore the journey with our four different perspectives, like finance, QA, brand marketing, and CSR, to understand how technology can strengthen the trust, transparency, and engagement. So now we have a first icebreaker question to all our esteemed panelists. So, in one word, what technology do you believe has had the biggest impact over the last decade and why? So, we can start from Prabhakanji.
Thank you very much, Bhavna. It's a really nice question that you have started the panel discussion. I personally believe that technology-based solution, we can say that UPI has created a significant impact on the society. And I am coming from the CSR background, so primarily I am looking from the solution that actually empowered the marginalized section of the society. And UPI actually has created that kind of environment. Almost 58 crore people are actually included into the mainstream banking through UPI and other digital-based solution. But the important thing is that why UPI is successful. UPI actually got the enabling environment that is very critical. We call it as a GEM, Jandhan, Aadhaar and mobile. This combination of three actually has supported the UPI to get success. And of course, Notebandi has created the last actually, but the significant environment where UPI can get successful. Thank you.
Thank you, Bhavna. Thanks for having me here. I would say the one technology is artificial intelligence. That may be a very obvious answer for most of the people sitting here. Why I would say so? The most of the other technologies have been in the specific areas. They have been bringing revolution to the specific areas. Maybe, they are increasing the speed of the machines or they're making processes efficient. But AI has augmented the human capability. So that's why I think AI is the one technology.
Now to Anuj.
So, good morning to all, and it's been an honor to be here. So, one word which has significantly changed the way we do the business is virtual collaboration, if we'll talk about. When I say virtual collaboration, is about the way you conduct the meetings. COVID has pushed us to that. So, like Teams meeting, Google meeting, and all that. COVID has pushed this to a necessity, but the technology has transformed into the way we do the business. So I think in the past 1 decade, the biggest impact has the virtual collaboration.
Thank you, Bhavna ji. And thanks a lot, panelists. I think fourth one in the panel, अच्छी चीज़ ये है कि बहुत कुछ बोल दिया सबने. But the good part is कि everyone picked up AI, UPI, virtual collaborations and all. And in my belief, like ease of internet, like excess of internet is actually fueling everything, which is beyond the discussions if I'll talk about today. So when we talk about AI, AI was nothing if the data accessibility is not there, if the internet is not there. So I'm seconding the points which our panelists said. But at the same time, ease of access and affordability of data, it actually fueled everything in terms of any engagement, anything which we are doing today, whether it is virtual, whether it is AI, whether it is something which we are thinking of in terms of future, that is something which is fueling the growth engine of any technology which from the last 1 decade we are seeing.
Thank you, everyone. Now we move forward to our discussion points. Like first question is related to finance. I'll ask Noopji that how do digital technologies strengthen the trust between organization and society?
So the technology and digital transformation has really changed the way finance was looked. Earlier it used to be only scorekeeping, bookkeeper, but today the finance function has become a strategic partner now. So we are here to support the business. The main impact of digital transformation and techniques is basically the way we conduct the business, day-to-day businesses. I think I asked the question, आप में से कितने लोग गए हैं जो आयर स्टेशन पे टिकट बुक कराई होगी पिछले 10 साल में? कोई नहीं गया होगा. I remember. पिछले 10 सालों में नहीं हुआ होगा, लेकिन मुझे याद है कि हम अपने बचपन में कभी जब हमारे समर वेकेशंस होते थे तो एक लाइन में पापा लगते थे, एक लाइन में मैं लगता था, बट बाय वर्च्यू वो तीसरी लाइन जो थी वो छोटी होती थी. So
That's great. That's great.
so this is how, and then your UPI and then your RTGS. आप लोगों से कितने लोग गए होंगे जो लास्ट बैंक में कैश निकालने गए होंगे अपना पर्सनल? नहीं. तो दिस इज द technology at large impacting the society. Further, these are the day-to-day businesses. Now, by implementation of SAPs, it is SAP means it's real-time transactions, it's electronic approvals. Your visibility has increased. The business, all the seniors, CXOs has basically you have dashboards available for the real-time informations. Decision-making process has improved. So all this is basically, if you will say, it is transparency, real-time information, compliances. In your various audit tools, SAP, you have audit compliances also there. So from a mere accountant has, from a big bookkeeping to it has become a basically navigator of the your business progress.
Anoopji, can AI help organizations to make more socially responsible investment and spending decisions?
See, AI itself will not do anything. A responsible execution of AI will definitely help the business because adoption as well as governance will surely take the business to for a success.
Thank you so much. Now my next panelist question would be to Meena Madam. Do you see any evaluation in the role of QA using technology for meaningful engagement with society?
Oh, yes.
Can you explain?
Yeah. The role of quality assurance has evolved from far beyond meeting compliances and specifications. The major impact quality can make on the society is trust. So quality has become a function, which drives the trust with the customer and the society. So technology has enabled us, the quality assurance people, to identify risk much before they become issues. So AI, predictive analysis, IoT-based sensors, other digitizations, they allow us to monitor the critical processes in real time. They allow us to have identified trends, meet compliances. I mean, the technology has made everything very fast. it has built-in accountabilities, transparency. So what is happening now? The consumer today, is not a passive buyer. They just don't want to save food. They want to know what is being manufactured, what is the responsiveness of a brand, what is the accountability of the brand. So this trust is being made by the quality assurance function in an organization. So this function has, from behind the scene compliances, it has moved from behind the scene compliances to a strategic driver of consumer confidence.
Absolutely right. So what do you think 5 years from now consumers will expect from the food brand that they don't expect today?
Maybe earlier than 5 years. I think the consumer will no more be interested in whether the food is safe. They would want you to prove that the food is safe. It has been responsibly made.
Yeah.
And we can see the shift with the regulators' current focus on the verification of claims. It is the social media posts from the consumers which triggered the FSSAI, and now the regulator itself is posting all the communications on the social media. So I think it will become very important for the manufacturer, for the brand to, let their consumers know the sourcing of their ingredients, maybe the quality checks, the certifications. Can be built in a QR code or something, but this is what I see will soon be coming.
Thank you so much. Now we'll just ask from CSR perspective from Prabhakant-ji that how technology do you think has changed the way organizations design, execute and measure social impact initiatives?
Yeah, thank you, Bhavna. Basically, I would like to convey 2 points with regards to this topic. First is from the community perspective and second from the CSR functioning. From the community point of view, I feel that, and personally I am a believer of that technology non-negotiable in today's world, but technology required the enabling environment. Why I am saying the enabling environment, in COVID time, everybody is aware about that entire schooling system is moved to the online education. Your kids and my kids were able to access the digital education, so they were able to cope up with that thing. But what about the school in the remote setting of Karoli district in Rajasthan or maybe the remote part of Northeast India? They were not able to get the education, and there are a lot of reports are available. Their learning level has been decreased significantly. So distribution of technology is not equitable. That we all need to understand. And this required to creating the enabling environment. Other thing, we are sitting at the Noida and one of the posh thing where everything actually is available from the technology point of view. Recently, we traveled to just 300 kilometers from here in Karoli district, where 100 villages does not have internet connectivity, does not have electricity, does not have roads. So think about technology from that perspective also. Technology should be equitable. Recently, I give the example of UPA. It has created the impact, but it required it that have the supporting environment fund point of view. So from CSR point of view, we believe that actually our role should be to make the enabling environment. Recently, I just give you one example. In Betul district in Madhya Pradesh, there are a lot of government schemes are available. People have to walk 45 kilometers to get the access of those schemes. So we empowered one of the women in that particular village, and she established a e-kiosk in that particular village, or all the schemes are available within that village. So use of technology is there, but the kind of work that we can do is basically creating the supporting environment. The other side, as a CSR functioning, definitely CSR is required while planning of CSR projects, while execution, while monitoring and evaluation. We have seen a lot of good examples. The use of technology in business application, the same kind of functioning can be adopted in CSR also. And we are working on that direction, how to be more tech-enabled functioning within the CSR department so that we can effectively monitor our project, we can effectively measure our impact in the community.
So Prabhakant-ji, just tell us, can AI help identify communities that need assistance the most?
Of course, it's not only about the identification of the community, right kind of geography, right kind of solution is required. So technology is very, very helpful in that because everything actually need to be data driven. Decisions cannot be taken on the impulsive basis.
Absolutely.
So we require a lot of data and the technology or AI can help us in analyzing those data.
So our last panelist, but not the least, brand marketing, Abhishek ji. So just tell us, how can technology help brands build authentic and meaningful relationships with consumers rather than only simply promoting the products?
Thanks a lot. I think as a marketer, we have to just think couple of things very clearly, and we have to spell out these things clearly. One is the transactional engagement with the consumer, and another is the meaningful engagement with the consumer. When you talk about transactional engagement, yes, all your quick com, e-com platforms, all your platforms which are consumer led at the same time, they are very I would say it is in the center of the consumer, but at the same time lot of claims are from the brand side or the product side to sell their products. So that is one engagement which is transactional in nature, and we have to really not confuse ourselves when we talk about these platforms, they are just an extension of what you used to be in the general trade, and these are just a simple extension of those particular things. But at the same time, when we talk about a meaningful engagement, there we need to understand what the consumer is seeking in social media. They are not there to listen to your communication. At times that becomes very irritant for the consumer. He is there for a luxury time, for a leisure time, and by default they are getting a lot of ads on the communication front. But same time, when you talk about these things at a scale where we become a part of that particular communication, we become a need of or a mode of entertainment for the consumer, then it becomes a meaningful interaction with the consumer. I'm just giving you a quick example of what our HR picked up in Spiceco, in Spices division actually. So a very simple initiative which has been picked up with a help of tech, which resulted in a meaningful engagement within the employees as such. So there is a step tracker app which has been installed in in all the employees mobiles, and that particular app, what it is delivering, it is making you engage with your peer group as a competitor. When you delve into the number of steps you are doing today, two benefits which are coming out from this particular initiative was, one is ultimately the employees getting health benefits out of it. At the same time, the objective of our HR would be very different. So they would be thinking of how the companionship will come from the overall scheme of affairs. So that resulted in somewhere a very good environment within the teams to make this particular thing happen, and at the same time the tech was in the center. So all these kind of initiatives can be picked up by brands, which can be looked at in a scale where the societal impact can be seen.
Thank you so much. Today we have a hot topics like privacy, DPDP. So what do you think, where should brand draw a line between a personalization and privacy?
Yeah, privacy is something which has been talked a lot in the last 2 days. I think a lot of things from DPDP side, from the understanding of cookies would not be available and all that stuff is already there, which is happening. But as a brand marketer, I would say I would link back it to something like a horoscope. सब लोग देखते हैं horoscope. मतलब शायद आज की डेट में भी देख रहे होंगे कि वो एक पुराने ज़माने में आता था आज का दिन. आज मतलब न्यूज़ चैनल्स पे यू बिलीव इट और नॉट, बट सुबह के 2 घंटे होते हैं वो सबसे बड़ा नंबर ऑफ व्यूज़ उसमें सबसे ज़्यादा होते हैं. मतलब सबको बड़ा एक्साइटिंग लगता है और लगता है ये मेरे लिए ही बोल रहा है. It is so personalized, but at the same time it is not breaching the privacy. And very similar way, the way today digital world works, it works on cohorts, it works on lookalike people who think very similar way, but at the same time they are not breaching the privacy of a consumer. But it will definitely feel like it is something for me which has been delivered by a channel. On the privacy side, I will definitely say that there needs to be borderlines. We are very scared while using the mobiles कि यहाँ हमने conversation करी वहाँ हमारे पास reels आ गई. So all those things, I'm sure DPTP Act and all those things are working on those things, and definitely brands will also evolve.
Thank you so much, Abhishek. Now my question is to Meena madam. Can technology alone create social impact, or does it ultimately depend upon the organization, culture, and people?
No, technology can be an enabler, but not the driver. Uh, the real social impact is created by the intent and culture at the organization. For an example, we manufacture products in the factory, let's say pulse candy. So there are some of the CMUs have got good technology, and we also have here it for our chewing gum. So the technology is able to give me data very quickly. I will have data acidity kitna hai, let's relate. You love pulse candy for its tangy taste, right? So the tangy taste will have sourness, saltiness, and the sweetness. वो कहीं से आ गया. I mean, I have a measurable thing for this. I will have acidity say, the technology will say it passes the specification. So everything is passing the specification, but if the blending isn't done properly, the taste will not be there. So this human judgment, this human judgment will always be required. The technology will support our decisions, but it is will remain accountable for delivering the desired quality to the customer.
Thank you so much, Meena. My next question would be to Anup ji. When we are talking about so much technology and we are not talking about the risk, so what is the biggest risk organizations face when using the technology for social engagement?
Technology amplify the trust and distrust is basically the risk. So while digital platforms helps companies to engage with your investors, your stakeholders, on the other hand, a single unmanaged negative narrative can erode the business valuation in a seconds. इसको मैं ऐसे बोल सकता हूँ, हमने ज़िंदगी में ऐसे भी मंजर देखे हैं, लम्हों ने खता करी थी, सदियों ने सजा पाई. तो you have to manage एक सिंगल साइबर सिक्योरिटी इवेंट हो जाए कोई किसी कंपनी में, योर वैल्यूएशन विल गो फॉर टॉस. कहीं पे कोई कस्टमर कंप्लेंट डाल देगा तो you need to be very disciplined in your approach while adopting the technology. So the risk mitigation is adoption of technology along with governance.
Thank you so much, Anup ji. Next question would be to Prabhakant ji. How do we ensure technology remains inclusive and reaches people who are less digitally connected?
I feel that actually there are a lot of efforts we need to put to empower people so that they can use the technology. So there has to be a lot of investment in the empowering people, particularly coming from the disadvantaged section because they have limited resource and access. So I believe that by empowering people, technology will be a blissful action initiative for them.
Thank you so much. Now my next question and the last question would be to Abhishek. If you had one technology investment to improve society over the next 5 years, what it would be?
So I think by and large, everybody knows where to invest now. So AI is the thing which we have to really pick up fast, and it is not that we are not doing any initiative or society is not doing initiative on that front. But same time, like we discussed, we reviewed a lot of things in the last couple of days. Like we are still in the discovery phase. Now we have to be a little futuristic when we talk about AI. And the investment should be in the domain where we can decode the consumers' trends which are upcoming. And based on those trends, our investment should be towards that particular thing. And we have to just think of how we can leverage AI to understand the future more clearly and pick up the trends and invest in those zones. I think that should be the moot point.
Thank you so much, our panelists. Now, as a closing remarks, I would say that today's discussion highlights the technology is most powerful when it serves the people, because without which it has no value. And whether it's enabling financial transparency, ensuring product quality, amplifying social impact, or building trusted consumer relationships, technology becomes meaningful only when it creates value for society. And for organizations like ours, the future lies in using innovation, not just to improve business performance, but to build stronger communities, foster trust, and create sustainable impact. So this is a collaborative effort, and we all have to collaborate, whether it is finance, whether it is CSR, whether it is brand marketing, IT, and QA, then only we can get a meaningful social impact. Otherwise, it's just a technology. And thank you so much to our esteemed panelists and to everyone who has joined us and to our organization and to our entire IT department for organizing such a wonderful event, Ascent, which is a step towards fulfilling the vision of our VC sir also. Thank you so much.
I also second the opinion. Santoshji, thanks a lot. You and your IT team whole. Event of such a magnitude is really marvelous. So you gave us the opportunity to learn latest technology. The way you have arranged the third-party vendors here, which is providing us the insight of various new technologies, is immense. So thanks a lot, sir. Thanks a lot. Thanks to
Thank
you
you
and
so
your
much.
whole IT.